Hello my beautiful lovelies, hopefully you'll be able to hear me. So asked the fairies for a message for the collective this morning, and you know, really loved the way that it fell out, but we got the tower. Now normally in the usual tarot deck the tower has a man and woman jumping out of it, symbolizing the split, if you like, between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. There isn't one on this, and it's a tree. The tower comes in, either we invoke the tower or outside influences invoke the tower when this foundation at the bottom is not rooted on solid foundations, and it tears it down to here. The roots obviously still go down, but this foundation needs to be built on trust, on authenticity, on love, on respect. So sometimes, like I said, we can invoke the tower and say, no, I'm going back down to start building up a new solid foundation, or something's come to light that creates the tower. But either way, it is a breaking down to this solid foundation so we can rebuild. Oh, excuse me. The other card that came out with it was New Beginnings, which is absolutely beautiful. So this is the glasses. Always do this because I don't wear them all the time. Bear with me 2 secs. I'm just going to grab them. Need to be able to see. Where have they gone? Okay, I'm going to squint. So yeah, this is a time. I literally can't read it anymore. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby, or birth of a cherished idea. As you can see, it's like in yellow. You get the idea. So what it's saying is that it's the breakdown of this right down to grassroots, and it's a new beginning, and it's asking us to treat this new beginning or new idea like we would a baby, feeding it, taking care of it, making sure it's secure, all those solid foundations. So this, again, if those weren't present in any situation, even within ourselves, it has broken it down to the solid roots so that we can nurture ourselves or a new idea or a new way of life as if it were a child, giving it those solid foundations to start out. And again, with this, we had this will be a bit better to read. Moderation. So it's all about knowing what's good for us, knowing, you know, it says a little bit of something, but it's taking in things in moderation, whether that be food, habits, thought patterns. You know, it's all right to have a little bit of you know, sadness, but not to linger, you know, as where it is actually showing food here, that can be on an emotional level as well, because it's green. Not to sit in any one situation. Again, if we are stuck, the tower will invoke outside events to come and shift us out of that energy if we're overindulging in anything. There could be a tower moment that stops us from carrying on. It could be an illness, but I'm not saying it has to be that bad. It could be something like a stomach ulcer to draw us back to moderating our lives, whether it be inside or outside. The other card that came out, which I think was absolutely beautiful to go along with the tower, was this mental repetition. Now, as you can see, that's also a tree. So it's something to do with thought patterns, mind space. It could be changing our mental repetition, but the roots are still solid. Like I said with the tower, the roots are still there. There's still room to grow. It's just it's been cut down, taken down, burnt out right to the bottom in order for it to start again. So with this message that we're receiving here, it's something to do with our thought patterns. So like I said, where the way we think invokes the way we feel. So if we can take charge of our thought patterns and become moderate in what it is that we're digesting, if you like, on the inside, then that will change and give the new beginnings of a growth. So basically, if you wouldn't talk to a baby the way your mental chatter speaks to yourself, then that's something that needs to be changed. That's the new growth. The way we speak to ourselves, if we wouldn't speak to anyone else, especially a child like that, then our mental thought patterns, you know, putting ourselves down, oh, you can't do this, that and the other, needs to be changed. And again, that's brown. So it's starting right from the roots. It is like a computer reprogramming the way we think, but it's also, you know, up to us. And here we have progress. So this is something like here she's, you know, she's grown her wings. She's surrounded in purple and green. Green for the heart space, purple for the mind space. She's protected here. But the progress is in learning. That was the other card that came out. Learning new skills, learning how to change after this tower. Deciding what it is we want to learn. What is it that we want to change? What has this tower brought about? I mean, sometimes it's an awakening. We suddenly wake up and we can see things for what they are. We've got new eyes. This is what that card is looking like. He's got new eyes as he's staring at the ladybird in awe. And this is progress. It's a step forward. The other card that came out bottom of the deck was look in a book. So again, the progress in moving forward could be reading on new ways of, there's an amazing book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life, and it's absolutely full of affirmations. When we get a headache, there's an affirmation we can use because it's putting too much pressure on ourselves or feeling like we're under too much pressure, and she goes through the whole body to, you know, even accidents when we hurt ourselves. It's all emotional and thought patterns that actually trigger about accidents and stuff, which is also what can bring in a tower moment, is when we're carrying too much stuff or we're not aware of it. And then we could walk past something and bang our leg and go, oh, you know, stupid table. But no, that is, you know, have a look at what you were thinking at the time when you banged your leg. And that is a whole new level of awareness in mental repetition. Where are we repeating those patterns that aren't serving us? Where we need to release those. I've got a little light there. Where we need to release those so we can move into this energy of progress forward. So the other card that came out with the tower was the Knave of Cups. So again, this is, well, that was bottom of the deck. So the Knave of Cups again is new beginnings. It's heart space, it's creative. It could represent a younger person and it could represent some news coming in. But as you can see, they sit there happy. The tail, the fish, it's emotional, it's dreamy, it's creative. So we're going to do some more on this and see what else we can get. If there's anything more to come with it. I mean, I think the message is pretty clear, but it's always good to delve in. I had a really strange experience when I came back from Sussex the other night, lying on the sofa, and it felt like two lots of, I'm gonna share it in case anyone else did actually experience it. So it sounded like thunder, and it energetically went straight through my body. So it sounded like thunder and it just went vroom. It was like, the only way I can describe it is like if you maybe have a scan on your body and it happened twice. And something definitely shifted. So I don't know whether anybody else experienced anything like that. It wasn't last night, it was the night before. So I don't know what was going on, but it did feel like a couple of upgrades and you know, almost I'm going to say it like you know, new tech, high tech, alien type. You know, when you go in, maybe go into a machine and get zapped. That's exactly what it felt like. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. Right, anything more on the tower? Anything more on the tower? Oh, so this fell out on moderation. The sun, new beginnings. Okay, so the sun is the, you know, one of the most positive cards in the deck, and I feel like we are really being energized by the sun, obviously coming into spring. But see how that they've both got this yellow. That obviously the sun does so much to us on a physical sense, but again, she's got that baby in her arms, the same as this new beginning. So there's it's almost like a rebirth. The sun is prosperity, you know, brighter days ahead, feeling positive, joyfulness. I can't, you know, I mean, everything, it's success in all areas, but it's the energy that I want to focus on of the sun, how it makes us feel. And again, we need to nurture that. So that fell out on new beginnings and moderation, you know, and it's about what we do with that energy. I know a lot of people in the summertime are like, oh my God, I feel amazing, I'm going to go out and, you know, have a party and get drunk, but in moderation, because there's, you know, there's excess where we can just this sun energy that we're being gifted with, you know, and I'm talking metaphorically as well as the sun, shouldn't be wasted, if you like. When we've got that vitality and that oomph to get going, to start new ideas, it needs to be, like it says in New Beginnings, it needs to be nurtured, needs to be looked after and taken care of as if it were a new baby or the new way within ourselves. But this new beginning is being energized by the sun. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot. So this again would have been a decision. It would have been going into the dark, clearing out shadow, just making a decision to take the reins up and move in a different direction, be in control, not as in you can control all outside circumstances, which the Tower often comes along to let us know that that isn't the case, but being in control of what we can within ourselves, being in control of our own healing, and then using the shadow and the light to move forward in the world. Let's see what else comes out with this. So we had learning and also looking a book. Yes, I did say that. Moderation, the Tower, progress. I think we've got a full moon coming up. I'm not energetically feeling it, and I haven't seen it because it's been so cloudy, but Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Discernment. She says what she thinks. She doesn't take responsibility for other people's reactions or responses. She's very headstrong. She knows exactly what she wants and she doesn't have a problem saying no. This is the energy that we may have got into, which we may have created the Tower. This energy of the Queen of Swords could have been this Tower, not only on the outside, but on the inside, saying no. I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. I'm gonna tear this structure down and I'm gonna start from scratch because I know exactly what I want. I know my worth. And again, you know, this could have been mental repetition in keeping her roots grounded in what she knows, in her discernment, in her boundaries. I've said it once. I'm sorry, I'm getting into the Queen of Swords here. I've said it once. I'm not going to say it again. That kind of energy. So that's what it might have taken. And then the bottom of the deck there, we have the World. So again, it's completion. And the world is, you know, dancing on top, feeling like you're dancing on top of the world. I mean, you're going to get that with the sun energy as well. But even in this, what looks like destruction is really coming out very positive. They are dancing because the energies are flowing through them. Their arms are up in the air because they've released. So they're dancing with the flow of the world. So they're in tune with source energy and the frequency of the planet. And also it might have taken some reading up, looking in a book, learning how to do this, you know, noticing different, see the colours there, noticing the different cycles, listening out for, you know, recognizing, oh, Mercury's in retrograde, this is why this is going on, that's going on, the moon's full, the moon's new, you know, learning all these new knowledge that has been around for years, to actually get into alignment with the world card. But again, normally this represents completion. Anything else? Oh, so we've got the world, the tower, the sun. So that's definitely news, and with the page as well, there might be news coming in, but it's all progress forward. Maybe a little bit of sweeping the floor. I love these. So yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, as I've said before, whenever I used to close out cycles or say goodbye to situations or places and things, I would often have a dragonfly come and let me know. And this card is, I'm getting on my dragonfly and I'm off. This situation is not in alignment with who I am or where I'm going. This is something that the Queen of Swords really doesn't have a problem doing, because she understands that her discernment, if people cross her boundaries, it's nothing to do with her, and it's not her job to try and change other people. It's her job to stay in her lane. And when people do obviously cross boundaries, this is, I'm getting on my, I'm Eight of Cups, thanks, bye, off. So that's progress. I mean, if you look at them both, it could literally have been progress in learning how to do this, because it doesn't need to be negative or an argument. I mean, it could have been an argument that brought this about, but it doesn't need to, when you go on your Eight of Cups, you don't take it with you. The Queen of Swords understands that other people's stuff has nothing to do with her. It's not mine. I'm not taking it with me. That's progress forward. Eight of Cups. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is a wish fulfillment. And again, this will be backed up by the sun. So whenever we, literally going from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups has obviously come from a level of progress in ourselves, in our learning, in our evolution or growing, and said, this isn't good enough. I've got strong boundaries, I know my worth, and we move directly from the Eight of Cups into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. I've got all my cups full. I've done that on my own, but it's almost like a little bit of initiation when we decide we're not putting up, and then we make or do the inner work to clear out what no longer serves us. And then we get gifted with this Nine of Cups, whatever that wish fulfillment might mean to you. Let's keep going. Anything else on this? Progress forward, Queen of Swords. Oh. So yeah, that will take us into Empress energy. Again, she's pregnant. She's got her harvest, which signifies her work. She works from a nurturing place. She's a queen. It's her divine feminine. She's gone through the Queen of Swords and done all the cut and the cords. But again, this is a new beginning. She's pregnant with something. Maybe a new way of being, maybe a new life within herself. And again, the Sun card. It's all to do with new beginnings and pregnancies, but she has gone into, I mean, there could be news of pregnancies. Obviously, it's spring as well. But she has gone into her divine feminine. I am the Empress. The Four of Wands fell out alongside it. So this is strong, firm foundations. Now, possibly the foundations, whether it be an actual physical home or the foundations of situations around at the time, weren't. And that's when the Tower will come in. People, places, or something within ourselves wasn't authentic. And then the Four of Wands signifies a new foundation. They're all working together there. It can also symbolize Four of Wands partnerships, but that's a strong foundation to start building on once the Tower has collapsed. And then the Seven of Cups, which is options. Now, there may have been a lot of options that have come through, and what she's doing there is she's having a look in the options. They've used this card as little bubbles, although there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 flowers there, but she's actually looking at and inspecting the bubbles, which I presume are the offers or options that come within these flowers. So there may have been, or there are going to be, now that we've 8 of Cups and moved forward in progress, lots of options coming in, but there's no need to make an actual decision. It's just best to investigate them and see what's in these cups, whether they're going to be fruitful or not. And then the Magician is manifesting energy. So this is something during this Tower moment that has been manifested to create all these options now that we've 8 of Cups and lightened up, if you like. But again, it's all in moderation. And I think the Seven of Cups really does have this, like, you know, just because there are multiple options coming forward, and when it's cups, it's emotional fulfillment, whether it be new jobs. It's always best to stay moderate in our decision making. Try, you know, we really need to be in our feels now to is it giving me this? Am I feeling this with this option that's coming forward? So Empress at the bottom of the deck, and that's, you know, owning your status. She's sitting on a flower there, but she is sitting on her throne. She doesn't chase. Things come to her, but she's worked hard for her harvest. Let's see what comes out. I'm using the Druid Craft. Oh, 8 of Cups. So as you can see, and is that a eclipse? It looks like an eclipse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, this person has left these cups behind and they're taking a new direction. They're moving forward, but they're also going up. They've got their staff. They've got some kind of, is it a bag? I'm not sure, but it looks like it is an eclipse. So it could be something that happened at the eclipse, caused a tower moment, and that was it. You're not filling my cup. I'm not happy. I'm going to 8 of cups this. So that's just confirmation with the dragonfly. And here we see the Queen of Swords on her throne. She's very, I'm looking this way and I'm not getting distracted. I've made my mind up. This is where I'm going. So, I mean, that's double 8 of cups, double Queen of Swords. Let's see what else. I might use the, get the old Brian Freud labyrinth, I call them, the labyrinth ones out because they're really good. Oh, so 6 of cups. This could have been 6 of cups is kind of looking back, memories, if you like, remembering the past, but sometimes with rose-coloured glasses on. It could be people coming back from our past, but it could be that you know, it's happy memories because he's seeing the children playing, so maybe, you know, get into an energy of that to create this sun energy. But usually it may be that people came back from our past during this Mercury retrograde, which often happens, especially when we haven't cleared out. So we can see it for what it is, and that may have been a huge tower moment. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the 6 of Wands. So this is moving on to calmer waters. They've packed up what it is that they want to take with them, probably including the good memories, but they're moving forward, new beginnings. So I'm going to put, these are so big, I'm going to put that there, and 6 of cups there. And then the bottom of then what happens when we actually do 8 of cups is everything turns, everything moves forward. So whatever was stuck then gets to move forward, turns the tables. The Wheel of Fortune can then, you've created more opportunities once we've cleared out to be able to come in, which then turns the Wheel of Fortune. I think I'll take one more on this and then have a look at the labyrinth cards. Oh, so we've got the Ace of Wands. And this can be a new business opportunity, but can you see that the sun is right behind this because it's something that's been learnt. It's a new skill. It's going into the dark during the eclipse and coming out with a brand new idea. Again, new beginnings, but this is something that we can work with. This is something that's been gifted to us. And then the King of Wands at the bottom. Now he is a businessman, very action focused. Where is he? I'm going to get things done. They're so old. I've had to put a piece of, you know, he's very quick-witted and a magnificent manifester, I would say, but divine masculine energy rather than feminine energy is, you know, very much quite romantic, but knows what he wants, goes and gets it. So we're going to leave those there. Let's have a look at they in there? They're not in there. Where are they? Where have the fairies gone? That's odd. Oh no, there they are. Okay, so this may be take a little bit of reading, but I feel with this new beginning, we could get some really good insights. I mean, do you remember the labyrinth and all those little goblins that were in there? That's what's on each of the cards. And let's see if they want to work with this reading in the Tower, because they're quite deep, and that's what I like about them. Oh, so that fell out on the Four of Wands and the Sun, and it's called Ta'om the Poet. So we'll have a little look. I think it's about obviously getting creative. 29, and we need to pray that I can read with that's the wrong book. Get in the room. This is, you know, this is the sun energy. It can have you all over the shop, so it is, you've got to get focused. So when Ta'om turns up in a reading, his presence suggests that youthful spirits and energy abound. This is the time to do exciting things and to tackle projects you've been wanting to do, for which you perhaps felt you didn't have the time or energy. It may even be time to write about them. Look in a book. It may even be time to write about them, but you probably need to do them first. Ta'om often shows up in the readings for people who have a talent and inclination for writing, poetry, adventure, fantasy, or anything else. Possibly the only thing he ever gets very serious about is his writing, and he will spend all time he needs searching for just the right word. Speaking and writing with conviction and sincerity and the ability to persuade others are indicated by Ta'om's presence, along with an outpouring of ideas. You may also find yourself thinking about romance and deciding that you want more of it in your life. This doesn't necessarily mean looking for someone new. It might well involve putting some romantic fizz into a relationship that's become routine. So again, that's those options that are coming in that we've created. But it's very important, like he says in the book, that when we use our words or write things, that they are from a place of authenticity and true. And if this is what has been missing when you're around people and they say something and you just know it doesn't sound right, feel right, or there's, you know, stuff you can pick up on, stuff going on in the background, you know, it could be that that energy has come through for us to be able to recognize that when we actually start writing and speaking from the place of the heart, there is no denying its authenticity when you speak and write and whatever it is you do creatively from the heart. Anything else? For the Tower, friends. So this is journeying with friends, meeting, lifting. I mean, I'm not even going to read that one, but you can just see this is about lifting people up, carrying them, regardless of the fact that the one on top seems to be a lot heavier. The other one at the bottom has got such a light energy that they're I mean, he's got wings, but they're joyfully, happily going along together. So what did we get? Undressing of a salad. Now I can tell this this kind of fell out over here as well. So this undressing of a salad could possibly be what it's trying to symbolize here is all the energies that are going on around us could be quite conflicting. When you toss a salad or put lots of stuff into a salad, they all need to go together. And the undressing of a salad is coming into this place of discernment and deciding, what is it that I want in my salad? Does the garlic go with spring onion? I'm not keen. So, you know, I would either put one or the other. But it's a meticulous clearing of possible conflicting energies that may have brought this tower in to get it right down to the ground and start again with new beginnings. So I'm going to put that with the tower and the Queen of Swords. And I think I'm going to see messages from the angels. Oh. So again, that poet does feel like it's got this very... they both seem to be reminiscing, you know. Now, again, it's all right to reminisce. And maybe even, you know, we could write about it, get it out down on paper. But it needs to be in moderation, because we can't move forward if we're too busy reminiscing about the past and how good it was. That's not an energy of creation. That's being stuck. And this is obviously what could have happened with the tower. Get shifting, get moving. That's no longer an actual reality. The past has gone. Messages from the angels. Messages from the angels. Ooh, whoa. Okay, so it has here, Zaina, you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you, and I ask you to relax and feel safe. So that's Six of Swords, moving forward. And again, another shout out to the past is gone. It's, you know, she's not, she's glowing, she's inside the house looking out. She's protected. It's finished. Eight of Cups. What were these three? Uriel, Archangel Michael Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So this could be what's coming up with the tower as well. They seem to be the same in colour. So that tower could be like an emotional breakdown. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be outside influences. It could be inside influences. But Uriel comes to just clear the mess. Make sure that we don't, you know, bring any of it with us into this new beginning. We have Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how things happen. Have faith. I mean, that's the, to me, it's the Magician card. He's got his hands up. He's in, this is what I'm about to create. there's never any lack. Everything we need will always come when we are in a state of openness. When we try and control it or slip into the fear of I haven't got enough is when we actually block ourselves. So, and then it says, no, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait, look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. So this is what this Seven of Cups is doing. There's no need to rush. If we sit in this, you know, new beginnings are, like they've said in most of the cards previously, it's about nurturing this new baby, this new beginning. Whatever it is, needs nurturing. It needs time. There may be lots of options, but this card is saying it's not favourable right now because maybe, you know, we've got to wait and nurture this new beginning until it's ready to take its first steps on its own. But there's nothing wrong with having some patience and undressing the salad to make sure that we've got all the ingredients in there that we want. And again, you know, when we're moving forward in this Six of Wands energy, they're not rowing, let's get across the stream as fast as we can. They're just taking their time. So we're going to close with a rose. Because there's a lot of roses. I love roses. These seem to have quite profound messages on. Close with a rose. And again, you know, the healing part of after the Tower isn't something that's done overnight. A rose to close the reading. From the Rose Oracle. Is that just the one? Rose without thorns. You have a right to joy, peace, and sweetness of light. This is somebody who's done the work, who is in the process of doing work. A rose without thorns. Now in the Fairy Tarot deck, when we have any nine of swords energy, or 8 of swords, or 7, they are I want to say depicted, but I don't think that's the right word, with thorns. I'm going to look for one. Here we go. So as you can see here, the 10 of what do they call them here? Oh yeah, the 10 of swords. She's surrounded by people who are just having a little dig, stab, whatever you want to call it. And again, the swords is mental, so it could be, you know, even just if somebody thinks bad about you, what they are unaware of is that energy gets projected, and that's what we call a psychic attack, because we are all one, we are a collective. So this card is saying all of this has gone. Rose without thorns. You have the right for joy, peace, and sweetness of life. So it could be that this new way of growing into a beautiful tree is to keep remembering that we have the right to joy, peace, and a beautiful life. What's the bottom of the deck? The bloom. Creations realised. Right time, harvest, celebrate. New beginnings. I love you.